So now I'm gonna shadow Most Brutal Lies of Series 14, Episode 1 from What I Like to You. I think it's gonna be fun. Let's check it out. Oh, by the way, this is the first time I'm trying to shadow from their videos.
At school?
At school?
Because of something I once had in my lunchbox.
Because of something I once had in my lunchbox.
I was given a 7-syllable nickname.
I was given a 7-syllable nickname.
Beastie.
Beast.
It struck me as the kind of kid.
Seriously, Beast, you strike me as the kind of kid. You strike me as the kind of kid that you would have had a 1-syllable nickname. Alright, what was in the lunchbox? Lunchbox. Sandwich.
Snack.
A snack.
What was the snack? Well.
What was the snack? Well.
Daily.
We find 6 of our 7 syllables. Ah, brilliant. What was your 6th syllable? Snack.
You can think of a 6-syllable.
You can think of a 6-syllable snack. Sure. I can, yes. I can, yes.
The big one.
The big one.
The big pack lunch.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
6-syllable.
The big pack lunch. 6-syllable snack.
10-syllable one.
I have thought of a 10-syllable one.
A salt and vinegar packet.
A salt and vinegar packet of crisps. Well then, you're so pleased, aren't you? That's more than you need, though.
I missed it.
I missed it. I missed it. What was the snack?
I'll give you the first syllable. I know.
I'll give you the first syllable.
Or too long.
Mine are too long.
A packet and a half of cashew.
A packet and a half of cashew nuts. Another 10. Ridiculous.
Give me the first syllable if you want. No, please.
I'll give you the first syllable if you want. Please do. There.
Triangles.
Triangle.
Nearly.
Nearly.
Really? Go on then.
Thoroughly. Go on then. You can do the next 3.
Lunchable.
Lunchable.
Lunchable. You remember
Dairy lunchable.
Dairy Lunchables?
I do, but
You remember dairy lunchable?
I think they're after your time now.
I do, but I think they're after your time. No offense.
How dare you? I'm 20.
I am. How dare you? I'm 27.
We're not talking about feet.
Yeah, you are not talking about feet. We are talking about years.
So just be clear. The
So just be clear.
actual nickname was.
The actual nickname was
Dairy Lunchable boy.
Dairy Lunchable Boy.
How long did the nickname stick?
How long did the nickname stick? How long did the nickname stick?
Oh, I would say, it was a good 2 weeks.
Oh, I would say, it was a good 2 weeks. Oh, a good 2 weeks.
What was the nickname before that?
Did you have a nickname before that?
I was always called Rich.
I was always called Rich.
That's so bad.
That's so bad,
After that,
isn't it? And how about, what about after that?
then it was the artist formerly known.
Oh, then it was the artist formerly known as the...
Were you the tallest kid in the year?
Were you the tallest kid in the year?
Yeah.
They didn't think there was a tall
And they didn't think there was a tall
nickname that would be more relevant for you.
that would be more relevant for
When
you.
it comes to those nicknames, the
When it comes to those nicknames,
decision-making process is very disordered.
Yeah.
the decision-making process is very disordered. Yeah, there's no meeting.
Where someone gets to go, this is ridiculous.
Well, someone gets to go, this is ridiculous.
This child is extremely tall.
This child is extremely tall, and yet we are focused on a snack.
I'm thinking that, say you're on the playing field, you're playing.
I'm thinking that, say you are on the playing field, you are playing the football,
nickname to say pass the ball.
It is a long nickname to say pass the ball, isn't it? Don't be legible, boy.
That was not my nickname on
That was not my nickname on the football pitch.
sub.
What 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 was that? Sucks. Alright, what do you reckon, Alex? Is he telling the truth?
No nicknames only last 2 weeks.
No nicknames only last 2 weeks.
Devastating about
Oh, no nickname only lasts 2 weeks. That's so devastating about school nickname, isn't it? They really linger. Did you have one,
did have
Alex?
one. Envelope
I
bomb.
actually did have one. Envelope bomb. We don't want to know how that came about.
What are you thinking, Les?
What are you doing, Lo?
Well, I think Richard is so good at
Well, I think Richard is so good
play.
at wordplay
Syllables.
and using syllables. It sounds like the kind of nickname he has given himself.
What are you going to say?
Me? What are you going to say?
The tallest kid in the school has never had a
The tallest kid in the school has never had a nickname.
afterward, no?
Cause I did say before and after, but no, nothing.
It's a lie.
People quite like me though. So that's a lie. It's a lie. Is that a lie?
Richard, they're saying that it's a lie. Were you?
Richard still saying that it's a lie. Were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
Was
And was.
a lie.
It was a lie. It's a liar. Richard wasn't given a 7-syllable nickname at school
Something you have in his lunchbox.
because of something he had in his lunchbox. It's David.
During lockdown,
During lockdown,
hair grows.
I let my hair grow so long that I would occasionally tie it up in a man bun. Please,
Did it grow?
how long did it grow?
I got to.
I got to,
Suppose about.
I suppose about
There was
the start of that,
handful of it, and it
and there was, you could get a good handful of it, and it was annoying me
got
around my neck,
quite hot that
cause it's quite hot
year, and I thought,
at the time of year,
doesn't matter what I look
and I thought, doesn't matter what I look
like.
like.
What you look like, why don't you
If it didn't matter what you look like,
wife have a go at cutting it?
why don't your wife have a go at cutting it?
I was nervous of that.
I was nervous of that.
Yeah, I just. I mean, if I was married to you, I think
I mean, if I was married to you, I think
on your behalf, if
I would be worried on your behalf if
you
everyone was near. You are suggesting
he
that
secretly wants to kill me.
she secretly wants to kill me.
Not secretly, because she's
Not secretly,
me wrong.
because she told me and Rob. Well,
Think of the look.
what did she think of the look?
Did she like it?
Did she like it?
As much as
She didn't mind it as much
me.
as me,
As much as she minded you.
as much as she minded me.
Did you do anything like answer the door?
Did you do anything like answer the door
Postman or anything during this
to
period?
postman or anything? Period.
Did they
I probably did.
give you a slight look at,
Did they give you a sly look?
like, that's not
Did they give you a sly look at
the
that?
David Mitchell I know.
That's not the David Mitchell I
It
know.
says David Mitchell, not David.
It's say David Mitchell, not David. Backman. I think that David would be so averse to wearing a man bun that whatever disaster a homemade haircut would
I mean, you
achieve.
would rather do it with a pair of shit
I mean, he probably rather do it with a pair of shoes
than that sitting on top of.
than that sitting on the top of his hat.
That it's a lie.
So you are saying that's a lie?
I think I am based on that knowledge and that knowledge.
I think I am based on that knowledge and that knowledge alone, and not the fact that I zoomed in many times. He didn't have that haircut. I am saying that.
We're saying it's a lie.
So we are saying it's a lie. David, were you telling the truth? Were you telling a lie? I was telling a lie. Okay. Last year, at a charity dinner, I asked Prince William to fetch me a drink because I thought he was a waiter. No way.
So describe the scene.
So describe the scenes.
How many people are at this dinner?
How many people at this dinner?
30?
30?
40?
30?
Have you ever seen Prince William?
Maybe 30 or maybe 40? I have. And I actually used to be such a bigger fan of him in the 19th when he still had hair. Okay. I'm so sorry. We invited her on the show. We had no idea. So what happened then? Took us through the chains of events.
We were at, what's this place called? Balmoral.
We were at what's the place called Balmoral?
What's this place called?
What's this place called?
You were at Balmoral.
We were mingling.
We were mingling. I always get really hungry at these events,
Shoving
and I'm just busy shoving my face into the calories. And I kind of one got a little bit stuck in the wrong pipe.
Basically.
So I was half choking, basically. It was a terrible situation.
I just tapped on some shoulder and
So I just tapped on some shoulders, and I mean, it was a boring man. How did he respond?
he was like, oh my god, here, are you okay?
He was like, "Oh my God, here, are you okay?"
Let's read.
I was just so embarrassed.
I'll be Prince William.
Let's re.
Of course.
I'll be the Princess William.
So you start.
Of course, and you be you. So you start having your little coaching speed. I'm just here talking to friends.
It's an absolutely wonderful event. It really is.
I mean, it's an absolutely wonderful event. It really is, isn't it? Yes, I mean, gosh.
You're doing Hugh Grant.
I think it is a. You're doing hard, girl.
Closest I have. Okay.
It's the closest I have to Princess William,
Do this Ronnie Corbett.
right?
Yes, I think.
I do is Ronnie Corbett. Yes, I think.
Having a wonderful night.
Yeah, we are having a wonderful night. Imagine Lee is Princess William. Let's see.
Beautifully. Watch this. What?
They will do this beautifully. Watch it. Watch this. Watch this.
Are you Welsh?
I was. What? The artisan is a job order.
So what are you going to say, David?
So what are you going to say? What are you going to say, David?
I'll tell you one of my issues with it.
I'll tell you one of my issue with this. Go on, I have a few issues. Well, firstly, the location, Mar. Now that's you don't often see Rose there, do you?
Many charity events.
No, but I don't think they hold many charity events for 50 people
That
there.
usually happens at other places.
I think that usually happens at other places
Sort of come in and
where the royals sort of come in
are they
and
on a guest?
are they on the guest.
What about Racing Raj?
What about Racing Rose? What do you think?
I think she could have been there, but the fact
I think she could have been there, but the fact is for me that she didn't recognize
just
him.
another bald guy.
Just another bald guy. guy. To us. Just another bored guy to us. How was it? Not mine.
What's it going to be?
So what's gonna be?
What do you think?
I think the location is
I think the location
a
is
chink in the stories. I think maybe it's not true.
in the story. So I think maybe it's not true.
Now, we're going to
Yeah, not true.
get not true, saying lie.
We're gonna go not true.
Yeah, okay.
Say lie.
About
Yeah. Okay, Sophia Adam. Barbara.
or lie.
Truth or
It
lie?
is, of course.
It is of course a lie. Of course it is a lie.
Even though we use the same brand,
Even though we use the same brand,
I insist my wife and I have
I insist my wife and I have separate tubes of toothpaste because the way she squeezes
just plain.
hers just plain wrong.
Right, I can believe that.
I can believe that. To be honest,
With us as well.
it happens with us as well.
Oh, we've got separate toothpaste tubes.
We got separate toothpaste
So,
tubes.
what does your wife do then?
So what does your wife do then?
Well, you squeeze mine up from the bottom. Yeah.
I always squeeze mine up from the button.
She'll just squeeze it randomly.
She would just squeeze it randomly.
Like you, Josh.
Is that like you, Josh?
Imagine when you squeeze your tube up.
Oh, imagine when you squeeze yours,
The head comes off.
the whole bling head comes out.
So I do mine traditionally
So I do mine traditionally from the top.
Right. The top. That's not
The
traditional.
top.
That's not
That's not traditional.
Well, no. The toothpaste comes out.
Well, no. The toothpaste comes first on the top.
Yeah, that's
Yes. Yeah, that's traditional. Yeah.
Thank you
You know what, Dave?
very much. because I've been
Thank you
doing
very much because I have been having this argument for 7 years. You do cut a hole in the side.
So she cut
You do cut a hole in the side. No, not at the side.
the corner off.
She cut the bottom corner off.
You know, no, she does.
You know she does. No, she does. Like you know, with a 1999 or 99, when you buy the bottom off,
Because she doesn't like the way the top plug
cause she doesn't like the way the top
of
cuts
toothpaste.
off with top
So about
toothpaste.
halfway through,
So about halfway
the
through,
bottom corner.
she'll cut the bottom corner off and go from the bottom to get a new kind of access.
Initially,
Yeah, so she will initially make some use.
Until it starts to get
Some uses of the top nozzle,
plug.
and then she cuts
and it starts to get clunky.
it a little rectum.
And then she cut it a little rectum.
Yes.
Yes,
It seems to me a very simple solution. You
it seems to me very simple solutions.
have your own tube.
You have your own tubes to eat.
We do.
That's the
Yeah, we do.
point.
That's the point. That's when we are. That's when we are being invited to believe our disbelief. I have found this way very reassuring, cause you have all back up my approach, and you totally backed up the way I am living my
I
life.
just want to know when
I didn't believe it. I just know to know when you found this out.
When we moved in together.
It was probably when we moved in together.
To be honest, I didn't have an issue.
And to be honest, I didn't have an issue with it.
Initially, this is fine. It's quirky.
I thought initially this is fine, it's quirky.
It's something I love about her, and then
It's something I love about her.
it started to annoy me.
And then it started to annoy me. Well, that's about everything in life, isn't it?
All right. So what do we think? Is it
Alright. So what we
tell the
think,
truth?
is she telling the truth?
true.
I think so.
I think he's telling the truth. I think too.
Like having quite
I can just imagine him like having quite an independent wife. You know. Shut up. Should have to be,
yeah.
wouldn't she? She would have to be, wouldn't she?
Yeah, I think it sounds true, Mike.
Yeah, I think it sounds true.
First instinct
My
was
first
true,
instinct was
okay,
true.
stick with it.
So yeah, stick with it.
Well, I think that if Josh had been given that
Well, I think that if Josh had been given that
just
card
now,
just
he
now,
wouldn't have invented the
he
idea
wouldn't have invented the ideas
snipping
of
the bottom corner
spinach
of
the
toothpaste.
the bottom corner of the toothpaste.
That's
Too.
what makes me think he's dead.
That's what makes me think
What would he
is
have invented? What you're
what would he have invented?
saying, David?
What you are saying, David, is that I don't have the mental capacity
Come up with that idea.
to come up with this idea.
Truth is, Josh, I'm not saying it's impossible.
The truth is, Josh, I'm not saying it's impossible.
With a following wind,
With a falling wind on a good day, maybe.
What I'm saying is, I think it's more
What I'm saying is, I think
likely
it's
that it's
more
just something that
likely
your wife
that it's just something that your wife actually
We're
does.
saying it's true.
Alright, we're saying it's true.
Whittaker.
Josh Whittaker.
Or lie.
Truth or lie?
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Oh my gosh, he's so good at lying.
As a child,